Happy Halloween everyone, my name is Shadowhunt005 and today's video will be a spooky special as we go through my top 5 favourite ghost Pokemon in the TCG. I know there's no true ghost types in the TCG, with most of them being consolidated into the psychic typing, but I'm going with the Pokemon typings based off the lore, so not all of them will be psychic types in this video. Secondly, I've decided that to narrow down the potential Pokemon, I would only be looking at those that are in the current standard format, but have not included Lost Thunder as the set has not been fully released yet. We also have 2 special clips in this video with the artwork done by my friend Ashen Sparrow over on Patreon, so if you enjoyed the video, consider checking out some of her stuff. I will leave a link down in the description below. Starting off this ghoulish list, we have Spiritomb, known as the Forbidden Pokemon, formed from the collection of 108 bad souls trapped in an odd keystone. This Pokemon is the perfect representation of what it means to be a poltergeist. It has 2 cards currently in format, one being a dark type and the other being a psychic, with both of them having the theme of slowing down your opponent's way of playing, whether it be via its Cursed Whirlpool ability, stopping the opponent from retreating, or via the other's terrifying attack that stops the opponent from attacking if it's a basic Pokemon. Now, this Pokemon is less of an attacker, both of them dealing very small amounts of damage, but more of a supportive role, with me using the Psychic version's Lightless World in my Garchomp deck to bring back supporters from the discard pile. Next, we have the true king of nightmares, the pitch black Pokemon, Darkrai. This Pokemon is always loved as a dark type, as shown by it having 3 separate dark type cards, one being a Prism Star and another being a GX in the current format. It also has a special link with putting its opponents to sleep, as 2 of these cards can, but my favourite of these 3 has to be the GX due to its ability Restoration, meaning that even if you take this Pokemon down, it's not gonna stay down, truly deserving of its ghostly status. You and Caterpie had a long day today, Mum said, sitting next to Timmy at the top of the bed. Yeah, it was great. I can't wait for tomorrow. Went Caterpie enthusiastically before curling up next to Timmy. Well, then you two better get some sleep. Timmy's mum kissed him on the head before walking to the bedroom door and switching out the light. Good night, Timmy. Good night, Mum. Good night, Caterpie. Caterpie went before dozing into a slumber. Timmy closed his eyes and put his head down, not knowing that underneath the bed, 2 eyes glowed red. Yes, for our number 3 spot, we have the ghostly doll that is Bayonet. And thank you, Ashen, for the artwork of the first of our 2 special videos. Creepy dolls are always perfect vessels for the haunting spirits, but it's even worse to think that your old discarded toys will gain a spirit of their own and hunt you down for vengeance. Hence, this Pokemon's pick for this list. Having 2 TCG cards, one being a GX, it's hard to decide which I love more. The ability Rare Dice pulling your opponent's basic Pokemon back onto the bench from the discard is really good for setting up next turn and is very reminiscent of an old toy coming back to haunt you. With it then using Enemy Show to put as many damage counters as the opponent has Pokemon in any way they like, this is pretty damaging. Its GX, however, goes more with the Puppeteer type, with it pulling the strings on moving damage counters around, doing more damage for each supporter in the discard, as if performing for an audience of the lost. And finally, bringing back the dead by pulling 3 cards from the discard pile. This truly is one scary puppet to deal with. Typical. Bus is late as always. Look at me. Can take on gym leaders, but scared of rats. Gengar. Gengar. For number 2, we have a truly classic ghost-type Pokemon, Gengar. Having played Pokemon ever since it first came out, I remember picking up my Pokemon Blue and struggling to get a Gengar by trading a Haunter with a friend. I truly love this ghost, and it's perfectly symbolic for the Halloween and all Pokemon Halloween events with me. As for the TCG, we have only one Gengar in format at the moment, and just like the short, this card lurks in the darkness of an alleyway, waiting for its next victim in the shadows. Though this card's not a GX and has no massively damaging attack, I love this card for its Gnawing Curse ability, putting 2 damage counters every time an opponent puts an energy card onto their Pokemon, punishing an opponent who plays haphazardly and slowing down their energy play, all while lurking in the darkness of the bench. Now, we have to give one honourable mention that was going to appear on our number 5 spot originally, and I'm sure would get a lot of fans annoyed if I didn't mention it somewhere in this video. The other mascot for Halloween for its use of costume, Mimikyu. Unfortunately, due to the fact that it's not as prevalent a supporter in my games as Spiritomb is, I don't use it as much, but I still love this cute little Pokemon and had to mention it somewhere in this video in the spirit of Halloween. As for my favourite TCG Ghost Pokemon, we have the magnificent Emissary of the Moon, and the mascot for this channel, as you may have guessed by the banner, Lunala. With 4 different iterations of this card and even a special secret rare gold card, it's hard to deny the brilliance of this card in the Psychic Ghost typings. First, I remember playing its GX alongside Mewtwo on my return to Pokemon TCG. I was able to quickly move my energies around with ease as I healed and damaged the opponent. Then, when Mewtwo went into Expanded, I saw a new Lunala take center stage with its Shatter Shot attack, bringing more damage for every psychic energy attached to it, while still moving the energy around to heal thanks to its older brother. Its Prism Star iteration bringing even more power as it brings back energy cards from the discard for each Pokemon your opponent has, before bringing a powerful Psystorm to the field. And then, the newest iteration takes less damage when it has psychic energy attached to it, and does more damage for each energy card attached to the opponent. Just like the moon, this Pokemon brings up the waves of power to defeat its enemies, and that's why it is my favourite Ghost-type Pokemon. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this spooky Halloween special. A huge thank you to my friend Ashen Sparrow over on Patreon for designing the artwork for the Banette and Gengar shorts in this video. I'll be leaving a link down to her Patreon down in the description below, so please go check out her page, as she does great commissions, especially for D&D. She's actually working on a D&D character for me right now, so if you want a commission, consider joining her on Patreon. If you did enjoy today's video, let me know by leaving a like and a comment down in the comment section below. And until next time, see you guys. Ooh.